Well, back now to those short-lived talks between Fine Gael and Fianna Fail on the formation of a new government, because Simon Harris of Fine Gael joins us now. Thank you very much, Deputy Harris, for joining us on the programme. Why did Enda Kenny rule out a minority government last night, in effect pulling the rug from under these talks before they even began?
Well, that's simply not what happened last night, Sharon. What happened last night was when the Taoiseach met Micheál Martin, a meeting the Taoiseach had been seeking for quite some time, he gave the leader of the Fianna Fail party an opportunity to bring about transformational change in Irish politics and actually do something that had never been done in Irish politics before, and form a government of Fine Gael, Fianna Fail and willing independents, and give the Irish people a really inclusive government.
That wasn't what Fianna Fail wanted to hear. Fianna Fail wanted to talk about the prospect of a potential minority government. Now, why did Taoiseach Enda Kenny rule that out?
No, he simply didn't rule it out, Sharon, but he said his preference was to put this new inclusive government in place that would best reflect what the Irish people have voted for. But your very question highlights the problem, because quite frankly, it's not about what Fianna Fail want or Fine Gael want or independents want. It's about how can we best respond to the result of the election, which took place more than 40 days ago, and give the Irish people a really inclusive new government that can deliver on the many challenges, both domestically and indeed the external challenges that this country face. And I'm genuinely both baffled and disappointed that Fianna Fail didn't at least take the time to engage with us, to put aside party politics for a few days, have a conversation and see where this process
led us. And I suppose Fianna Fail would say that they made a promise to the electorate during the election campaign that they wouldn't go into coalition with your party, and therefore they were abiding by that principle. But Micheál Martin, we heard him yesterday, he's in favour, or he certainly he was lauding the idea of minority governments, say they could work very well. Why was that not further discussed last night in those long-awaited talks between your leader and the leader of Fianna Fail?
Because, as I've made very clear on a number of occasions, the leader of Fianna Fail agreed to take away the proposition and discuss it with his parliamentary party. The Taoiseach and Micheál Martin met again today. They were due to meet again today. It's regrettable that the meeting lasted around 15 minutes. I would have been hoping that today could have marked a new chapter in Irish politics, where 100 years on from the Civil War, we actually talk about how best we can govern this country. It's regrettable that that hasn't happened. But Enda Kenny never ruled out minority government. We've had really useful, constructive conversations with independents, and we'll continue to do that. But I'm not willing to just move on from the significance of the last 24 hours, which Fianna Fail have failed to engage with.
On the issue of a minority government,
yes,
what are the prospects of that now, and would Fine Gael entertain the prospect of a Fianna Fail-led minority government if the numbers stacked up that way?
Well, you see, firstly, I don't believe the numbers will stack up. But the second point is the situation simply doesn't arise. The Fine Gael party has already said and endorsed unanimously the Taoiseach's proposition today that it is willing to share government with Fianna Fail and with independents. It's willing to work in an inclusive, respectful way, respecting Fianna Fail's mandate, respecting the mandate of independents. If Fianna Fail are simply saying they're only willing to talk to Fine Gael from opposition,
Simon Harris, will, in a word,
that's a very tribal approach for them to take, and very regrettable.
Well, will Fine Gael, I'll ask you the question again, support a Fianna Fail-led minority government if they get the requisite number of independents on board?
And I've already answered the question that Fine Gael will work with Fianna Fail and independents if Fianna Fail wish to try and form a partnership government. That offer still stands. If Fianna Fail refuses to do that, we'll go ahead and try and put in place a Fine Gael minority government. Sharon, we are the party making the offer to Fianna Fail to park party politics and work in the national interest. That offer still stands tonight, and I listened to Micheál carefully. I really hope they will consider this more, give it the time that it takes, and at least have the conversation and see where the conversation brings us. The people of Ireland want and need a government, and we've all a duty to try and do that.
Deputy Simon Harris, thanks for talking to us on the programme.
Thank you very much.